What's going on, guys? You're watching Ninja Lifestyle. Today, Gonzo's back in Las Vegas to visit his mommy for Mother's Day. How'd that go?
Great. She freaked out. She cried a little.
You surprised her because he's a good person.
Try.
You know what I do for my mom?
What?
Nothing. Nothing at all. Anyways, on Instagram, I asked you guys to ask us questions for a Q&A. Gonzo's not around all the time, so we might as well utilize it. So all these questions came from you guys. We wrote them down. I'll go first. Will you be selling What Time When in the future?
I think I'm going to open the store back up. I stopped it for a while because it got slow, plus like with the whole move and everything. I couldn't focus, but I've gotten asked a lot. Focus.
Gonzo's dad pronounces focus as fuckus.
He does. The thick Puerto Rican in him.
So when the store's back up, is it going to be whattimewhen.com or?
I don't have that. I think I stopped that URL, so I'll either make a new URL or put it on my website, which is longshotcollective.com. Or Vegas Skating is still running, so maybe I'll make sure it's good and ask Steve to put it on Vegas Skating.
Yeah, we can always put a link to the PayPal button on Vegas Skating.
My turn. Favorite skater? Who is my favorite skater other than Chris Jocelyn?
No. Clip Jocelyn.
No. When I first started getting into it, it was definitely a mix of Artosari and Daewon Song because they're just amazing.
Daewon stood the test of time.
Yeah, he's
right?
still like, yeah. He's probably 50, and I can't.
Wow.
But
50.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe 40. And then now, there's so many good skaters. The game's ridiculous, but I still like think Brandon Westgate's like awesome. Like even just his style, he skates super fast, like a fucking man, and his push is awesome. I love.
Yeah,
Brandon Westgate's
he's
push.
all around. Skates stairs,
Yeah.
rails, bombs hills, manuals. Seems these days everyone's a one-dimensional skater.
Yeah.
All they do is clip stairs. They never skate handrails. But Westgate, he does it all.
Yeah.
Even Jaws. You know, he's
Yeah.
oftentimes looked at as a one-trick pony, but
No,
he
gets
skates
down.
everything.
He's a beast.
What are your thoughts on the new trendy skateboarding? Blonde hair, the weird tucked-in shirts,
I
the
wrote that one down too.
high-water weird pants, and the weird thin skinny shoes, and no complies. If I just described you, congratulations, you're a follower. What do you?
So I'm not gonna lie. When I first saw that, I was like that. I'm like, quit copying like our friends on the East Coast. Like, get off their dick. Like I was very much like against it. But I mean, if you looked at like our footage from Neat or footage from when Black Ninja and I were just filming for Vegas Skating, like I've changed too. I'm not like that, but I don't know. Change is gonna happen, right? Styles are gonna change. I might not think it looks good. I might think it looks weird. But if that's how you're comfortable, be you. I don't think
Okay.
it's that.
I say the exact same thing,
Okay.
but
Oh.
obviously I'm a little more
You're
critical.
you. Yeah.
But here's the thing: you want to dress like that? That's cool. If you want to dress like that because you felt like dressing like that,
Yeah.
not because look at all these other people did it and I want to fit in. 'Cause it's kind of weird that skateboarding used to be an outcast thing and now it's like the cool like thing to do.
The trending thing.
And there's no more like being yourself. Now it's all just be whatever's cool. And if you were doing no complies 10 years ago and wearing those weird pants, it'd be like, cool, he's doing his own thing.
Yeah.
Now, if you're doing it, you're kind of left out. Look at me. Everyone says that I'm like I'm out of like 2001 or whatever. But guess what? I didn't change up.
Nope.
Skateboarding changed 5 different times since I started, and I've always looked exactly the same. Except I made a little more money, so I got the nicer pants now. I shop at the mall now.
Levi's.
Yeah, I don't have to shop at like the budget fucking sweets dumpster.
Hollis Perez.
Yeah, Paulus Paredes, Gen X. Oh shit,
My
this is a
turn?
good one.
Say that one.
I have a good one. What's the worst bail you've ever
Oh.
filmed? And I was there.
It's I mean it's hands down. You were there. It's
Yeah.
hands down Tim Vasquez in was it Tucson, Arizona? Yeah, Tucson,
Somewhere in Arizona.
We were skating this. I forget what it's called, but there's this big 12 stair. It's seen in every Arizona video. I think Nick Fiorini does like a nollie nose grind down it. But it was in the intro to Neat. He was trying to do early grab 180 down the 12 stair. I was running up because I was late, and I like grabbed my camera, and he landed it fisheye for my friend Tim, another Tim.
His hand touched.
Yeah, and his
Tim
hand,
Cicilline.
And Tim was like, Gonzo, did you get it? I was like, no, I just pulled up. And he was like, I'll do it one more for you. And I was like, thanks, man. So I was super excited. I was like, man, he's down. And very next try, he didn't rotate the full way, so he landed 90 and like just smacked the hell out of his head. And it like, his skull cracked, but his skin didn't bust, so all the blood started rushing out of his ears. He started convulsing and shaking and having a seizure.
Fucked up.
And I had to call 911, and I was like literally like this on the phone, like fuck. I couldn't dial for a second. And
if you guys haven't seen anything like that in real life, I really thought I was gonna watch somebody die.
yeah.
I was like, it was like a 50-50 in my mind. We left, we got in the car. I thought this guy was gonna fucking die.
Yeah, and they said, like, I remember I was talking to him later, like, that year, and he said, he's like, no, his brain started swelling, but he got there early enough for them to stop it, or else you could have, I don't know what that's called, like, some sort of stroke, I guess, if your brain swells.
I see him.
Yeah, he can't smell anymore.
Once or twice a year. He can't smell, he has, like, memory loss.
Yeah. He says he remembers, he said the last thing he remembers is running up the stairs. And that's crazy to me, because I remember every aspect of that moment.
His brain is almost like a glitched VX tape.
It's like, oh, that was a tray flip, trust me. He landed tray flip. No.
Yeah, horrible fall. Speaking of VX tapes.
Yeah, good one.
Go ahead.
Alright, so the next one is VX or HD. I love the look of VX so much. I think it looks amazing. But, and I know this is like gonna make a lot of people upset, I think if I were still in the game now, I definitely would switch to HD. It's just like the VX.
No fucking shit.
Like, you can. But I wouldn't do it like a lot of people. Like, I wouldn't film the same way. You know how I would film. It would be skateboarding. I don't need to film every aspect of the trick before the trick happens.
The roll
like, I don't
up,
need to see him
the face,
putting the board together, lacing his shoes.
The wind blowing.
Yeah. It's like, oh, he's in a desert.
Chimes,
Let's show a
bird.
But like, I think HD it looks awesome, and it's easier. Like, I don't have to get my camera fixed every 6 months.
Dude,
like,
Gonzo owns 2 VXs.
3.
Why? 3.
Because
one's always broken.
Yeah.
And they're only gonna get worse.
Yeah. The last one was built in '98, so.
VX, and everyone says, "Oh, the nostalgia.
Yeah.
Oh, the VX. Oh, it looks better. It has that classic feel." You know what I said would be $1 million idea, which I guess somebody invented it. A filter for your iPhone, where you film skateboarding. It adds. You wouldn't even need to put a lens on because the footage is already so distorted. You could just warp the footage so it'd be a little bit blurry, just like VX. Then you could desaturate. You could pull the contrast down, make it a little grainy. Okay, just make the footage look really bad, and then yeah, you have your own VX iPhone app. And somebody thought of it before me.
I do wish they would make a wider depth lens for the HD camera though, because of the aspect ratio. It can't get as wide as the VX.
Yeah. Okay.
But that's just because of like the sensors.
I guess yeah, you can't really get in a skater's grill the same way you could. Yeah. But guess what? Now they do the VX selfie stick filming.
Yeah.
Not VX. I'm sorry. GoPro selfie stick filming, and you can get right up in there.
Yeah.
So they did. They did it for you.
Who knows? Well, now you know. If I was in the game, I'd be HD now. All right. Craziest trick I've ever filmed. I think it's 2. One is Andrew Tinky Tomich.
The Smith.
The Smith was crazy because he did it after he landed the grind, and that was insane. But he did it really fast. The Smith, the 50-50 took 4 days, but maybe 5 days. But the Smith, he did it like after he landed, he was like got this boost of confidence. He's like, all right, Gonzo, keep filming.
I feel like he probably knew, like, oh, once I grind this.
Yeah, I can see that.
Smith would still be like an option.
Yeah.
Or it's like if I grind this today, I'll at least give Smith a try or 2.
Yeah. And he did it really fast. The craziest trick he did, like...
What you guys don't know, if you haven't seen What Time When, he Smith grinded this rail, and if he falls over it, you die.
Yeah.
You don't get hurt.
3 stories.
You fucking die.
Yeah. Thank you.
That's rude. Thank you. Yeah, rude.
But my favorite... There's 2 other craziest tricks I did. He did front nose and, like, nollie big flip out of this ledge. Like, a lot of people thought it was a forward flip, but he was trying to do nollie big flip and land regular. And he did it. It's on this little ledge that we went downhill. And after the trick, I put in a screaming because I screamed so loud and like freaked out. And we were like dancing. And then another trick.
Don't put that in your sponsor tapes.
Yeah, don't
dance and scream and laugh. Just land the trick and be humble.
Cut to the next trick.
Yeah.
And actually, one of my favorite tricks is because like you were just so down. It's Steve-O's.
Me?
Or Ninja. Yes.
Nice. Okay.
It's
what
your
did I do?
nose grind, nollie heel.
Oh, okay.
It's so like
Wait,
the
50-50 nose grind, nollie heel?
Yeah, 50-50 nose grind, nollie heel.
Okay.
Sorry. So there was an L bar. It wasn't a curved bar. It was an L.
It's like this.
A right angle.
Yeah.
90 degrees. And Steve-O somehow found this. I don't know where he found it at, but like he was like, "Hey, I want to do this trick," and everyone was just skating it as a flat bar. And Steve was like, "I want a 50-50, pop in the nose grind, go the opposite way, and nollie heel flip out." And the first night we went there, we were there for.
I landed it.
And he landed it.
I landed it the first night cleaner than the final one, but I hit this tiny rock.
Yeah.
I hit this tiny rock and fell, and I was losing my fucking mind.
And he like after he hit he was like, "We're not leaving till I land it." And a cop came, and this was in a park, and so there's like hours in the park. And a cop came and was like, "You need to get out." And I was like, "All right, we got to wrap it up." And Steve was like, "Are you gonna leave?" Like, "I'm not leaving. I'm gonna keep trying to land a trick." And I was like, "Well, if he tries to land a trick, I'm gonna keep filming." And so the cop was sitting there, and we just kept filming. We didn't turn off the lights or the generator. We're like, "No, we're not going." And the cop locked us in there, and and he still didn't land it. We had to come back because it wasn't as good as the one he did. And so we had to like sneak out of the park because the cop locked us in. I had to like drive into the grass and the rocks.
Oh yeah, I totally
then
forgot about that.
The very next day, he was like, "Come on, let's go back." And you did it. You did it really good.
Yeah.
It was like you said. It was the other one was super awesome, but still, you did it really clean. And that was my favorite trick, just because you were like down, like you didn't stop. You're like, it was one of the first. You're one of the first people to be like, "I'm gonna stay here and possibly go to jail if you're down to stay here and possibly go to jail." And I was like,
afraid.
"Okay, let's possibly go to jail."
That's
and
cool.
That's why it was my favorite. I was like, "Damn,"
Nice.
because I feel like you were one, but like other than you and Tinky, and I'm not trying to hate on anyone, there's a lot of people that weren't as passionate about the films as me, and it's because I'm crazy. It's not because like I'm like I feel like I put myself on another level. Like I was always like, "Let's go film now." Like that's like the party will happen next year.
Oh yeah, Gonzo's waking up early.
Yeah, like
staying out late.
I was not like my 20s. I'm 30 now. I know someone asked that question. I wasn't part of it, but I'm 30 now. My 20s was not like your rage time. It was neat that and what time when. That is what my 20s were, and I like was just about the project.
You still don't rage.
Yes. Now I've lost my party mode without partying.
You wasted it.
Yeah.
Lesson learned, kids. In your 20s, just go crazy. Don't film videos.
Yeah. Those are my two favorite tricks in what time when.
Nice. That's flattering. I didn't know that.
Oh.
Worst injury you've had.
Ooh, yeah.
We talked about this earlier, and Gonzo forgot. He hit his head so hard he forgot.
Yeah.
His worst injury.
Yeah, I thought it was one where I got a concussion, but he reminded me. I was filming a line of Frankie in Neat out on Lone Mountain, and I don't know how. I think I went to stop, and I did the splits, and when I fell, like it was nothing, right? I've done the splits before, and I fell. But when I fell, I hit my temple on the corner of the ledge. And you can see it, like, the camera happened to rotate towards my face, and you see my head smack on it. I think it's in the promo of Neat. And I blacked out, and I remember waking up and, like, getting up and, like, "You ready to go, Frankie?" And he was like, "Bro, are you all right? Like, you hit your head, really?" I didn't even know it happened. Like, I was just, like, I kind of, like, blacked out for about 10 seconds. I was like, "All right, come on, let's do it."
That's gnarly.
And, like, then, like, later I was like, "Man, my head fucking hurts." But it was really bad. It's so bad I literally forgot, and he had to remind me. He was like, "Do you don't remember when you smacked your temple?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Gonzo can still smell.
Yeah.
His ears didn't bleed. He didn't convulse. Or maybe you did.
I hope I didn't. I mean,
That
no, the
would've been
camera was
funny.
still filming.
Big
So,
fat fish.
oh. Used to be back then. It was fatter. So.
Yeah. Oh, congrats, Gonzo. Lost a bunch of weight, as you guys. I think somebody asked you that.
Yeah, I'll answer that one. As of now, I've lost 150 pounds.
You've lost me.
Yep, I lost the Steve. I was a lot bigger. You can
You've
see it in
lost
some of the
me.
footage of what time when for sure. I was I got really bad. And I'm still huge. I need to lose more weight, but it's a slow progress. If anyone has weight problems, I'm sorry, it's hard, but you can definitely do it. If I can lose 150 pounds, anyone can do anything, I think.
Oh, Gonzo can film and skate and do all that shit.
Yeah, and I was
You
filming
know?
and skating at that much weight, and I like now towards the end of what time when it was like I know I could feel it on my legs. Like it was so easy to push hard and go fast, and like compared to like the beginning of filming. So it's I'm 150 pounds lighter.
There you go.
Let's see, what's another one? Would I ever film skating again? I've definitely thought about it, and Tinky almost talked me into it after what time when. He was like,
He's not allowed.
no, my girlfriend probably would be bummed.
He's not allowed.
But she did tell me, like, if I ever wanted to take a break and do a hobby, like if I ever want to do a small film, she'd be like, I'd support you, I'd be down with it. But I honestly, like, I'm really into this animation thing, and it's going. That's kind of what I'm doing that is what I'm doing right now.
Oh yeah, that would have been a question. What are you doing now?
Yeah, I'm animating. Someone's next question was, how's animation? Animation's awesome. It's my new skating.
GONZO created How to Train Your Dragon 2.
Yeah. No, but it literally reminds me of when I first met Steve, and I started, because when I first met Steve, I couldn't film skating at all. And so it's this new, like, I have to start from scratch, or I had to start from scratch and relearn it. And luckily, because of Steve, I learned how to take feedback at a very young age. I learned how to get critiqued within a negative
You guys should learn from that.
Yeah.
When I talk shit about your sponsor tapes, instead of saying,
Well, you're just fucking too hard on me.
Take it positively, guys.
advice,
Like, just
man.
be like, he might say it in a mean way, because he's very blunt, and that's cool, whatever. But, like, just know that, like, he's just being honest, and what you should do is, like, you could be annoyed of how people say it, because I still get like, man, I thought that was good. But, like, you know, like, alright, if someone thinks it's bad, there's also another person that thinks it's bad. He's not the only one that thinks your sponsor tape's bad if he's saying that.
Oh.
And if I get critiqued on animation, they're like, oh, I don't like how he jumps right here. That guy's not the only one telling me that it's bad, because there's a million other people that will.
Yeah.
So take that and be like, alright, at least try to see it better from another person's perspective, because eventually you'll get better. You'll learn from it. So.
For sure.
But as to would I ever film skating again, I think I would, but I don't think I'd do a full feature length again. Like I think I could see
He's gonna do
myself
it.
like
Instagram part.
Yeah, I was talking to Addie and Steve-O and Tinky about that. I think it'd be fun to do. Someone might steal this idea now, but I think it'd be fun to do like full Instagram parts, like post 8 different Instagram things with 15-second parts, and it could be an awesome line.
No.
Or like bangers. Yeah, you could do it. I could do it. I bet I could do it.
Okay.
But
Cool.
And now Instagram has more than 15 seconds.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
I felt that because I was watching Instagram this morning and I'm like, fuck, I'm getting so bored of this. Why didn't it start over?
See, imagine if it was good skateboarding.
Dude.
If I pulled the full part, and Instagram, social. If you haven't figured this out by now, which is like some of our friends, social media is where it's at. If you're not on social media trying to promote yourself, then there's no way you're promoting yourself.
Sorry.
Yeah, and like, I probably wouldn't make a DVD. It'd be only digital. Like, I'd have a premiere if I wanted, but it would honestly, I'd be doing it on Instagram.
It'd be everybody standing around your
Yeah,
phone.
let's just all look at this.
Hey, everyone, look at this.
I got the 6. The screen's decent.
Okay, cool.
You
You need that one that Lil Wayne pours champagne on a giant
Yeah.
screen. What's the weirdest chick you've ever seen me date?
The weirdest?
Or just like the most ridiculous story you have of that? I don't know why I was thinking about that, but Gonzo's met probably 70% of every chick I've dated in my life. And he doesn't even live here anymore. So you missed out on the other 30
Yeah.
for the last 6 months. But,
Ooh.
dude, there's got to be at least one weird story that's shareable.
One that I was, there's a couple girls. One that I was like really surprised you were down, just because we were always so like, okay, Vegas version of bros is the guys with tall black socks.
Maybe
that
don't
drive-
say the name.
No, I don't even remember her name, so don't worry. I won't say anyone's name. But like a Vegas version of a bro is tall black socks, lifted trucks. Like, it's pretty sweet, bro. Like that type of guy. So Steve was hooking up with a bro chick.
Oh,
She had a tattoo right here.
yeah, I miss her. Oh, dude, I just linked up with her like last year.
Yeah.
I got with her for like a year straight. Yeah.
And she was cute. Hold on. Rude.
Wow, dude, really?
Not that serious.
Jesus. You're not famous now.
Yeah. Damn, bro. They're like beside the circle. Alright, is that good enough?
Yeah.
Alright. So, when I was filming like until the end of What's I Meant, when I met Haley, my current girlfriend and probably soon to be wife one day maybe. I was like, it was about the films and a girl couldn't touch it, right? I was just like, no, like I'm not worried about it. And so that meant everyone else's girls too. Like, to me, like if you were gonna try and talk shit to me, I was very blunt. And
Oh, you was probably talking shit.
It
to
was.
her.
I think it was after that premiere or the Neat premiere. We went to Ed's house.
Oh, I poured beer on her.
Did you pour beer on her?
Yeah, you poured beer on her and kicked her out. I'm sure you did something fucked up too.
Well, I didn't do anything physical, but I remember she like got upset because like she wanted to go to Apex, the desert.
Yeah. Okay.
Like
definitely.
a bro hangout.
The same night. Yeah.
Yeah.
I poured beer on her and told her to get the fuck out.
I don't remember.
Not because of that. Over some other fucking
I don't remember that, and I don't
shit, but-
support that. But I remember she was like, said, let's go to the Apex. And back then I was like this little dirty ghetto kid. And I was like, who the fuck wants
you.
to go to the Apex? Get the fuck out of here. And she was like, like she tried to get all loud. And I was raised around a whole bunch of Puerto Rican women, which means I'm pretty sly with the mouth. And I pretty much shut her up. Like, I made her feel bad. And then I think she was trying to get Steve to get mad at me, not understanding how close our relationship is.
That doesn't work, yeah. I'm not getting mad at Gonzo.
And,
unless he fucks up my beer pong game.
yeah, oh, he hit me in the eye. And it wasn't me that threw it that time. I was throwing beer pongs at people, and someone was like, Gonzo, film me. And it was Richie, actually. I don't know if you knew that.
Who it was.
And I filmed Richie throw it, and he hit you, and you turned around and threw it right at my eye. And he hit me in the eye. But it wasn't me who threw it. But yeah, that girl was awkward because it was a bro chick, and I was like, why is Steve with this bro chick? And then there's a couple. There's two more. There's one.
We'll save those for another video, I think. Maybe. Unless you really want to share the story. Don't say that.
Okay,
She might
I'll-
fucking watch this shit.
So I'm not gonna say one because I think
I don't want you to.
you might hang out with one of them.
I just went to breakfast with her
Okay.
today.
That's up to you if you put this in the video. I didn't say it.
So don't say anything about her.
Yeah, okay. But there was one. I don't say her name, but she was nicknamed Psycho. And Steve-O, like,
I didn't name her that.
no, she was crazy. Like, she was literally psycho. Because I remember Steve-O warned me, because, like, before I knew Steve-O had hooked up with her, like, or, I don't know, not I don't think dated, but hooked up with her, like, she was, like, flirting with me at the park one day and was, like, got my number and stuff. And I was like, okay, like, I'll talk to you. And then he warned me, he was like, dude, like, I'm not trying to be awkward.
I wasn't trying to be a cockblock.
Yeah, he was like, I really think you shouldn't talk to her because, like, no matter, even if you hook up with her, like, she's really psycho and I think she's gonna, like, try and get a hold of me. And I was like, you're just being a dick. And, like, I thought he was, like, trying to get with her. And for sure enough, she, like, called me and, like, she's like, what are you doing? I was like, oh, I'm hanging out with Steve and Justin. I was like, oh, cool, we were chatting. And then all of a sudden, because she was like, do you want to hang out? I was like, maybe. And I heard what he said. I was like, okay, just in case I don't want to bring her over.
Yeah.
And so I said, nah, it's cool. Let's do it tomorrow. She's like, okay. And then, like, right away, she called him and was like flirting with him and stuff. And I was like, wow, that's messed up. But then things got really gnarly, and I'll keep that one for a later time.
Wait, is this a story where I told her I'd only hang out with her if she sucked your dick?
No, it wasn't that. It was like it wasn't that. Like, she at a point she was down to have sex with both of us.
Oh, yeah. Now that I'm older, that's not that crazy anymore. But I think it was probably her methods.
Yeah, I was like, man, you really want to have sex with Steve and me? I don't know. She was just down. She was like down, and I was like, well, this is gnarly. And now we were a lot younger at the time, so I was scared. But I was down. I remember saying, like,
dick.
I was like, I'm scared. I was like, oh, we could do it, and it was gonna be separate. We weren't gonna be together.
I don't know. I don't know if I could.
Yeah.
I don't know about having.
As much as I think we've seen each other naked,
I think
we haven't seen each other aroused naked.
Been a lot of hotel rooms and
Shared the same twin bed.
antics and shit, but I don't know if I could fuck a chick with you guys.
Nah, I don't think so.
I don't think. I mean,
I know not now.
I'd be down, but
I'm scared.
I don't think I could get a boner. I'd for sure be down. I'd be in there smacking.
No, but yeah, it was separate times. She was just down to hook up with both of us, and I thought, man, that girl's great. Like, Steve was right. It's crazy.
Oh, and she said she'd want to film it.
That, yes. And I think that's why I was like, I don't know. I don't want to be the next local version of Paris Hilton out.
One night in Gonzo. One night in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, one night in San Juan.
All right. Well, we ended the video on a light,
Awkward.
comical note.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do another one of these maybe when I visit you in Salt Lake City.
Woo. Let's do it.
Till next time, Gonzo. Kuna Matata.
Bitches.